News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-990 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News is also brought to you by Matthew Ursua. Pahrump is Paradise, helping America settle the West again at homeandpahrump.com. Now with Nevada Realty.
The name of the suspect is released who ran through the gate at the security site. And VCA increases rates and speeds for their internet service. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
An Iowa man is named as the suspect shot and killed at the Nevada National Security Site. It's Thursday, January 31st. I'm Eunette Gentry. Sheriff Sharon Worley releases the names of the suspect and the deputy involved in that fatal police-involved shooting that occurred on the National Security Site here in Nevada.
Good day. I'm Sheriff Sharon Worley, Nye County, Nevada, and I'm here to brief you on additional details as we know them on the officer-involved shooting that occurred on January 28th. The incident began at approximately 5:18 p.m. when it was reported that a male had run the main gate at the Nevada National Security Site. The location of the officer-involved shooting was Burma Road and Mercury Highway on the Nevada National Security Site, approximately 8 miles from the front gate. The Nye County Sheriff's Office Central Area Command has a substation on the NNSS at Mercury that provides law enforcement services on site. The time of the officer-involved shooting was approximately 5:25 p.m. Our involved officer is Deputy John Kakavalius. He's 43 years of age. Deputy Kakavalius has been employed by the Nye County Sheriff's Office for 16 years. He is assigned to the Patrol Division, Central Area Command, Mercury Substation. Due to the federal prohibitions relating to the recording on the Nevada Security Site, Nye County staff assigned at Mercury Substation are not approved to wear body-worn cameras. The deceased individual is Nikilo Dwayne Graves, a 27-year-old male Iowa resident. The incident unfolded as Graves pulled up to the main security entry gate and failed to stop and entered Mercury, Nevada. The security police officers gave chase and called for Nye County Sheriff's Office personnel to assist them. Deputy Kakavalius responded and caught up to the security police officers who were pursuing Graves. After driving approximately 8 miles past the security gate, Graves came to a stop, exited his car, and approached the security police officer and Deputy Kakavalius. The suspect refused to comply with verbal commands given by officers on the scene. The suspect continued to advance on the officers. The suspect was fired upon by a security police officer and Deputy Kakavalius. Emergency medical aid was rendered on scene. However, Graves expired at approximately 5:53 p.m. There were no injuries to the responding security police officers or Nye County deputies as a result of the engagement. The FBI was contacted and arrived on scene. The FBI is conducting the investigation into Graves' actions. The Nevada Division of Investigation will be conducting an independent investigation into the shooting. Deputy Kakavalius has been placed on paid administrative leave, which is customary in these instances. An internal affairs investigation is being conducted to ensure that all Nye County Sheriff's Office protocols and policies were followed. Thank you.
And Nate Johnson from Valley Communications spoke to News 25 today about the fee increase for broadband customers. That rate and service speed increase will be occurring this Saturday.
So there will be a rate change for broadband services, both internet service and voice over IP. In addition to that, however, there will be additional bandwidth going from a 25 meg standard wireless package residential to 40 meg. There'll be no installation costs again, which there never has been, no data usage caps, which there hasn't been, and no residential contracts. Still, that will all remain. It goes into effect February 1st. A lot of people will not see it because of the number of billing cycles we have. People may not see it until March 1st on their bill.
What's the difference in the bill?
For standard residential wireless, it's a $5 increase.
And that's for the month, right?
For the month, correct.
And so tell me about the second rate package where you can get a little bit more speed. That's something that you're offering now for the first time?
Correct. Originally, when we first did the deployment, we had to see how the system was going to behave, how many people we could put on any given tower. And through the usage over the last 2.5 years, we've been able to determine that the system is capable of much more capacity than it was not necessarily designed, but the usage of people is now we can see what the actual usage is. So we know now that we can increase subscribers and increase bandwidth. So the standard package, again, would go up 15 megabits. And now we know that we can offer a 50 megabit package without an additional deployment of towers or infrastructure to support it. There is a rate increase for the fiber customers. That's approximately $20 for those customers, and that is really based on the cost of deployment. There are several areas within Pahrump that have fiber deployed. Most of those are the planned communities, and there's a financial reason because there's existing conduit, things of that nature. Beatty, of course, is all fiber as well. And through the year of 2019, we have additional communities within Pahrump that we are deploying fiber in those areas as well.
Is the goal to have the whole town and your whole service area fiber?
The goal is definitely to do the entire town of Pahrump and long-term the entire service territory. We're being more strategic about how we roll that out, and that is the long-term goal, to have fiber out to everyone.
There's also an increase on the phone services?
Phone services are going up as well. I believe it's $5 per line for that.
All right. And if people want to get hooked up, get Valley Electric's internet, they can give you a call here?
Correct. Our main number is 775-727-5312. They can also go on valleycom.com and sign up on that.
And when News 25 returns, paychecks are coming for those federal employees who were furloughed. That and more when we return.
News 25 is brought to you by Preferred RV, the only place where you can swim year-round. For more information, go to preferredrv.com.
Welcome back to News 25. U.S. Senators Jackie Rosen and Catherine Cortez Masto, both from Nevada, sent a letter to Department of Energy Secretary Rick Perry urging the department to launch an investigation into the alleged sexual assault, harassment, and retaliation that took place before, during, and after November 17th at the Nevada National Security Site. According to a January 25th article in the New York Times, a guard at the site named Jennifer Glover was fired after accusing her colleagues of sexual assault. And Angela Miles is reporting on the federal employees who are now expecting their paychecks. That and more in today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, paychecks are going out to furloughed federal workers. Most government employees will receive their back pay today. Many missed 2 paychecks during the record 35-day partial government shutdown. The House voted Wednesday to increase pay for federal employees by 2.6% to keep pace with the cost of living. It's now up to the Senate. Foxconn is backing off its plan to build a $10 billion campus in Wisconsin to make flat-screen TVs. Foxconn is based in Taiwan and was promised $4 billion in tax incentives to bring business to Wisconsin. One report suggests the tech giant would manufacture LCD panels in Asia, ship them to Mexico for assembly, and import the finished product to the U.S. According to Reuters, Foxconn still plans to hire thousands of workers, but would create a tech hub rather than a factory in Wisconsin.
All right, now let's find out what's happening across the Silver State in today's News Across Nevada.
According to the Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation's December 2018 economic report, statewide jobs increased by 3.9%, which correlates to 52,400 new jobs added since December of last year. This is higher than the average employment increase over the last year, December through November, of approximately 43,200 jobs. The largest over-the-month job gain in metropolitan statistical areas was realized in Las Vegas at 2,600. Reno added 600 jobs over the month, while Carson City fell below seasonal expectations, decreasing 100 jobs. The Reno area added jobs at a faster rate than the state in December. Nevada will receive $1.7 million from the pharmaceutical company Johnson & Johnson. Nevada Attorney General Aaron Ford announced the $120 million settlement with 45 states. Johnson & Johnson was sued over its marketing of metal-on-metal hip implants. The suit claimed that the company DuPont Incorporated, which was acquired by Johnson & Johnson, unlawfully promoted its metal-on-metal implant devices by making unfair and deceptive claims as to the device's durability. The Federal Aviation Administration and U.S. Department of Transportation have announced that the Nevada Unmanned Aircraft Systems Test Site Smart Silver State program will oversee testing in Reno, Henderson, and Laughlin. The Northern Plains Unmanned Aircraft Systems in North Dakota and the Virginia Tech Mid-Atlantic Aviation Partnership will also be testing. The FAA Air Traffic Management System aims to integrate drone flights within the nation's airspace system, create a shared information network, and gather for FAA rulemaking. The Nevada Institute for Autonomous Systems said it will involve flying unmanned vehicles in urban areas beyond line of sight for deliveries, surveillance, and remote sensing operations. Testing will use new systems designed by NASA to help airport tower controllers see drones in flight. The Nevada Division of Forestry is offering grants to protect and restore urban and rural ecosystems. With funding from the USDA Forest Service, the Nevada Division of Forestry is currently soliciting pre-proposals for 2 competitive grant programs, landscape scale restoration and state fire assistance. Nevada's urban and rural ecosystems are continuously threatened by invasions of non-native species, insects, diseases, development disturbances, unsustainable management, and destructive natural events such as floods and wildfires. The grants enable cooperators to identify and apply for funding to address these and other relevant natural resource management and conservation issues. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your News Across Nevada.
Thanks, Deanna. And when News 25 returns, we'll tell you about the controversy over the secret storage of plutonium right here in Nevada.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. State officials are outraged after learning that the federal government secretly shipped plutonium to the state of Nevada and jeopardized the health and well-being of millions of people in that path. The radioactive shipments coming from South Carolina were not planned or approved. In a federal court filing on Wednesday, the National Nuclear Security Administration stated that the agency sent about half a metric ton of the substance sometime before November 2018, prior to Nevada suing over the proposed move. The transfer was done after a U.S. District Court in South Carolina ordered the material be removed from that state. Plutonium is a highly toxic and radioactive silvery metal that was used in some of the earliest atomic bombs and is still used in the manufacturing of some nuclear weapons. Officials say the plan to store plutonium in Nevada is the result of the Department of Energy and the National Nuclear Security Administration's failure to meet a deadline to complete construction on a South Carolina facility that is meant to repurpose excess plutonium into fuel for nuclear reactors. And Nevada Highway Patrol has released information regarding a fatal accident that occurred on Highway 159 over the weekend. NHP says that on Sunday, January 27th at approximately 8:23 a.m., a silver 2002 Lexus utility vehicle was traveling eastbound on State Route 159 west of mile marker 11. That silver 2011 Subaru that was involved in the accident was traveling westbound on State Route 159, and for unknown reasons, the Lexus left the roadway to the right, entering the dirt right shoulder. The driver steered left and overcorrected, causing the vehicle to begin to rotate. The Lexus entered the westbound travel lanes where it was struck by that Subaru, and the force of the impact caused that Lexus to overturn. Both the driver and passenger of the Lexus were pronounced dead on scene. The driver of the Subaru was transported by ground to UMC Trauma, while the passenger was airlifted to UMC Trauma with critical injuries. The driver of the Lexus has been identified as 58-year-old Haifeng Liu from Las Vegas, but the passenger, 53-year-old male who was in that Subaru, is not being identified, pending identification and notification of next of kin. Now, auctioneer Ski Sinski is inviting the public to register and preview Nye County excess equipment and vehicle auction information and give you a preview of what's happening in that auction next Saturday.
My name is George. No, my name is Ski Sinski, C-E-N-S-K-E. First off, I'd like to welcome all the new elected officials. Hopefully we're going to start this new year out right, and away we go. The reason I'm here today is we've entered into agreement, my auction company, with the county to conduct the county and the town excess equipment auction. I can tell you, when I met with both Mark and Tim, we were faced with phenomenal challenges. You have vehicles and equipment located in 8 different locations spread out throughout the whole county. The objective was to afford everyone in the county an opportunity to bid on this equipment and the vehicles. To do that, I personally made the loop all the way around, and it takes an entire day just to go to Tonopah, then to Beatty, from Beatty to Amargosa. Then it even took more of a turn. Even in Tonopah, there's 2 different locations. In Pahrump, there's 3 different locations, on and on. Anyway, we've got it down now. It's going to be a live webcast. The catalog is currently online. You can pre-bid, and then the auction will be conducted both live and a simulcast here in the chambers on February 9th at 11 o'clock. The simulcast, if you're not used to it, you'll have people that are bidding online only and then a live crowd here. So I think that way, not only can we accommodate all the members of the Nye County community, the town of Pahrump, we can reach out worldwide, and that may prove valuable in some of the bigger equipment. There'll probably be a few glitches here and there. We're still trying to fine-tune the preview dates. The preview is when people can come kick the tires, et cetera, et cetera. When you have vehicles in 8 different locations, preview can be a challenge. The folks up in Tonopah have stepped up to the plate, as well as Amargosa.
I'm on here on behalf of Estates 411 with Ski there. His dementia forgot to tell you that the website, so I'm going to help you out there. The website to bid on the county vehicles is www.estates411.com, so anybody can take a look at it, and more information will be posted soon. Thank you.
Well, it's time to take a look outside at our current conditions through our weather cam. Look at that picturesque, gorgeous day. The sun is shining and there are a few scattered clouds, but that sun is glistening over the Pahrump Valley. We'll take a closer look at what you can expect in your forecast right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back, and let's take a look at our forecast. Highs for today across Nevada. Pahrump tops out at 64, Amargosa 65, Death Valley a balmy 73 degrees, Beatty highs 35 today. Goldfield 52, Tonopah 51, Fallon 55, and Fernley tops out at 56. Our lows across Nevada, Pahrump 43, Amargosa bottoms out at 39, Death Valley 49, Beatty 35, Goldfield's low 27 degrees, Tonopah 28 degrees, Fallon 27 degrees, and Fernley bottoms out at 32 degrees. And looking ahead, tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 43. The average this time of year is 33 degrees. Sunset will be at 5:09 p.m. with winds out of the southeast at 6 miles per hour and gusts up to 8 miles per hour with humidity at 50%. And tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high of 64, low of 52. The UV index is low at 3. Sunrise will be at 6:44 a.m. Winds will be out of the south at 9 miles per hour with gusts up to 15 miles per hour and humidity drops to 43%. And looking ahead at our 7-day forecast, Friday will be mostly sunny with a high of 64, low of 52. But for the weekend, the National Weather Service is forecasting for the next 3 days across our weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, heavy chances of rain, especially on Saturday with a high of 55, low of 41. Sunday, again, we'll expect some rain with a high of 53, low of 42. Monday's high 51, low of 34. But then the sun might come back out again on Tuesday with a high of 49, low of 31. Wednesday will be sunny with a high of 50, low of 30. And Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 52, low of 33. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Eunette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow. Good night.